right. Hi, everyone. I think we're going to get started here bright and early. Good morning, everyone. And hello, class of 2025. I am Dr. Stephanie Murray. I'm the director of the BXA Intercollege Degree Programs, and I'm very, very pleased to welcome you all who are joining us today to celebrate these extraordinary graduates. They have reached an amazing milestone, and I am so, so proud of and impressed by you. And I'd also like to welcome and congratulate your families who have themselves reached an amazing milestone too. They have been your support both figuratively and literally for the past 4-ish years, and they deserve recognition as well. So thank you, parents and friends. I am going to quickly introduce the people in the extra fancy hats here in the front row who will be joining us on stage as we hand out diplomas. We've got, I always like to say we have the highest dean to student ratio on campus. So we are joined today, apologies while I flip glasses. We are joined by Mary Ellen Poole, the Stanley and Marcia Gumberg Dean from the College of Fine Arts. Marshall Hébert, the Dean, School of Computer Science. Thomas Cortina, our Associate Dean for Undergraduate Programs, School of Computer Science. We have Conrad Zapanta, Associate Dean of Undergraduate Studies in the College of Engineering. We have William H. Sanders, Dr. William D. and Nancy W. Streaker, Dean in College of Engineering. We're also joined by Richard Shinas, the Best Family Dean, Dietrich College of Humanities and Social Sciences. Sharon Carver, our Associate Dean for Educational Affairs, Dietrich College of Humanities and Social Sciences. And Maggie Braun, Associate Dean for Undergraduate Affairs, Mellon College of Science. So in addition to these amazing deans and associate deans who have helped our students along the way, I also want to recognize and thank our BXA staff who have made this possible. We are going to be joined on stage by Dr. Carrie Hagan, you all know her. She's our Associate Director in BXA and also the advisor for first years and sophomores. This was also all made possible by Emily Size, our program coordinator, who is not here today but made all of this work, so thank you, Emily, for everything. We also have Svenja Druven, who's our office manager, who's on hand, just helping things run smoothly. And we're also joined by Carl Markham, who has been teaching and advising our seniors and our juniors and teaching other people. So thank you to all of my unicorns who are our staff. So let's give them a hand as well. So that's enough of me for now. We're going to have 3 student speakers, and then we're going to get on with the diplomas, but I really wanted you to hear from these amazing students. First, we have Liberty Lapiauker, who, let me read all of her things. She is a BSA in Mathematical Sciences and Drama, and Liberty, come on up. Thank you, Liberty.
Good morning, everyone. Sorry about my voice. It is a true honor to be speaking with you today. My name is Liberty Lapiauker, and I am a Bachelor of Science and Arts student concentrating in Mathematical Sciences and Drama, more specifically Stage and Production Management in the School of Drama. People tilt their heads just a little when I explain to them what my concentrations are. I'm sure many of my peers have had the same experience. When I say I am pre-med and want to become a physician, their eyes grow wide with fear. I know those two disciplines sound quite opposite, but trust me, it makes sense, and I'll explain why. In 6th grade, I tried out for the middle school volleyball team. It wasn't long before the coach sat me down and told me that sports were not for me. The next day, I wandered into the technical crew meeting in the theater at my school. Long story short, that rejection from the volleyball team resulted in a redirection for my entire life and led me to find a passion that is at the core of who I am today. Fast forward a few years to when I was deciding what college I wanted to attend. It occurred to me that it is not easy to find a school in which I could study stage and production management at the conservatory level and science at the same time. In fact, there's just one school that does it, CMU. I am an unusual case in that I knew what I wanted to do before I got to campus. I asked questions, scheduled meetings, and made plans and timelines to figure out how I could accomplish math, pre-med, and drama all in undergrad. I entered these academic walls with 3 distinct dreams. I am proud to say I am leaving with one cohesive encyclopedia of knowledge and experience. Through my studies here at CMU, I learned not only about the connections that exist between the two disciplines, math and theater, but also the way they complement one another. The most tangible example I like to give is when I realized that the block and pulley system drawn in my physics course corresponds to that same mechanism as that of the counterweight system in a theater. This exchange of languages has been foundational to how I communicate about the disciplines interchangeably. Although in this cohort my concentrations are unique to me, we have all had experiences with the same underlying tone. As a stage and production manager in a room with big personalities and ideas, I act as the translator, bringing abstract and creative thoughts to an organized system on paper. Theater creates an ever-changing, fast-paced environment, and my responsibility is to maintain composure when faced with challenges, working through obstacles as a team. Early on, my studies in mathematics fostered my ability to exercise my predictive, logical problem-solving skills, while my theater courses required more creative, less structured approaches. Moving further into my math major and higher-level theater courses, I learned that using these skills present in both disciplines enables me to bring a unique perspective to each situation, appreciating the methodical and fluid ways to approach a problem and choosing one that finds balance. I learned and truly believe that looking at any situation through more than one lens is necessary before coming to a conclusion, something I'm sure my peers agree with me on. Our professors played an important role in our journey. There are so many times we asked them for some super complicated requests so that we could accomplish both of our commitments. If it wasn't for them trusting that what we were doing was important and special to us, I certainly wouldn't have been able to accomplish what I had. I have to also mention our advisors, families, friends, and loved ones who granted us this trust without seeing the invisible connections we did. And also for those who may be fighting without those support systems, know you always have a home here with your student cohort. I can't tell you the number of times I've rushed into Stephanie Murray's office when it felt like my two worlds were fighting each other. Our systems aren't always set to accommodate our big dreams, but our BXA advisors and professors make the impossible possible, and we thank you for that. If you told me during my first year that I would be speaking in front of you all today, I wouldn't have believed you. The basis of my interest in stage management was that of my disinterest of being on stage. I wanted to be behind the scenes, storytelling through the magic backstage. CMU fostered an environment in which I didn't just grow as an artist or a scientist, but also as a person, assisting me in conquering one of my biggest fears. As you all already know, the people with me on this stage are special. Yes, they're brilliant and creative, but they also have a unique vision of our world. There are these tethers between our X's and our A's that are invisible to most. Some connections surprised us. Some of us knew they were there the whole time. But we all were open to the potential and the possibility. I will always remember the privilege this program has given us to not have to choose between our dreams, and help me accomplish my dream of attending Tulane University School of Medicine in the fall. I will leave you with one final note, although simple, I think it gets the message across. Our science can influence our art, but more importantly, our art can influence our science. Our use of art in unexpected disciplines injects humanity into everything we do. It is essential to bring that humanity everywhere you go. Be kind, and if someone asks you to go see a play or musical, go. Thank you.
Thank you, Liberty. Now we will hear from, let me flip my glasses again, Rui Lin, who's Leo as well, who has a BCSA in Computer Science and Arts with a minor in Human-Computer Interaction. Leo, please join us.
My first summer break here at CMU, after 2 long semesters of classes, I decided to take some more classes, which left me with only 2 weeks of a real summer break. Rather than enjoying this lovely Pittsburgh weather, I flew across the country to join a mountaineering boot camp in the Cascades. After 12 long days in the mountains, I didn't love how it smelled, but I did fall in love with mountaineering. As I climbed more, people ask me every now and then, why? Why do you do this? How is this fun? Now, I could make a speech about how, as an artist, nature gives me endless inspiration. I could also talk about how all the technical stuff really pleases the nerdy side of me. I could, of course, also make the classic speech comparing climbing to life, talking about how we all have to work hard to reach our goals. But today, I want to talk about something else entirely. I want to talk about the sublime, particularly the concept of the sublime in the study of aesthetics. In his seminal work, The World as Will and Representation, author Schopenhauer defines the sublime as the pleasure from perceiving objects that threaten to hurt or destroy the observer. 10,000 feet above sea level, when what seemed like a small patch of ice reveals itself as an endless glacier riddled with deadly crevasses. When distant ice falls send massive blocks tumbling down the mountain. When Seattle, a metropolis of 4 million, shrinks to a tiny speck among infinite mountains. I felt the sublime. The awe from confronting such immense power overwhelms every other thought. Schopenhauer offers his explanation as to why we feel pleasure when facing danger. But for me, it's about the freedom that comes from confronting my own mortality. When I traverse across the debris of an avalanche, when I leap over dark, bottomless crevasses, I don't just understand my own insignificance. I feel it deeply, viscerally, in body, and in spirit. Most importantly, it puts things into proper perspective, eclipsing my daily grievances and clarifying the things that truly matter. I learned not to lose sleep over grades or that embarrassing encounter. I learned to be kinder to my body. I learned that I should perhaps let go of the path others have set for me and take the path less traveled by. When climbing technical mountains, you spend quite some time hanging on a cliff, waiting for a partner with just a thin piece of fabric separating life and death. In those idle moments, I often reflect on my life, wondering if I'd be content with how I've lived should I fall right there and then. I want to bring this up today because at this important milestone of our lives, we often talk about the bright futures we all have ahead, as if we have unlimited time to spare. But statistically speaking, we're 25 to 30% of the way through our lives already. Too often, we convince ourselves that we just need to suffer 2 more years or we'll grind tirelessly to retire early. Too often, we justify life's anguish with elusive rewards set in the distant future. Too often, we wait for Friday, next year, when we have money, when we finally figure out what the heck we're doing. But this life will pass quickly. Don't wait for the perfect moment to arrive. Don't waste it fighting with people. Don't tether your life to a 10-year plan. When inspiration strikes, seize it. When joy arises, hug your loved ones. When life takes unexpected turns, be ready to scrap your plans and embrace these opportunities. I believe that we, the BXA graduates, are uniquely equipped to define our own meanings in life and to live every moment to the fullest. You may often hear us say that we're being trained for the jobs of the future. While that is true, I believe the true essence of an interdisciplinary education is far more profound. Because we don't follow others down a path simply because we feel like we have to. Instead, we break the bounds of disciplines and follow our true passions. Because we don't just put our heads down and blindly trek towards a clear summit. Instead, we're okay with being lost and not knowing from time to time. Because we don't like being told what to do or what to learn. Instead, we take this responsibility into our own hands, devoting our limited time here to things that are meaningful to us. With the faith that even if we can't yet see the summit, even if we don't yet know what all this means, by following our heart, by learning every day, by fearlessly exploring, we will have lived a meaningful and fulfilling life, regardless if others consider our happy place the true summit. To my parents, thank you for granting me the freedom of the hills, the freedom to choose, to stray, to get hurt, and to come back stronger. To my fellow BXA graduates, I'm so privileged to have shared this journey with you all. I wish you the best of luck in this trial of life. May the wind be kind and the snow gentle. May our minds be clear and our compassion strong. May we have the strength to love, to forgive, and to live intensely. Leave all the rest to the mountains. Thank you.
Thank you, Leo. And finally, we're going to hear from Kate Brusso, a BHA in Social and Political History and Art. Kate.
Good morning. You all look tired. Sort of a part of our true BXA and CMU experience. All right, first of all, congratulations. Congratulations to everyone who is graduating, of course, but more notably, congratulations to our family and friends, because they're likely the ones who really helped us all make it here. And on that note, happy Mother's Day. When I started thinking about what I wanted to say today, this one memory from my childhood kept coming to mind, a story that I honestly hadn't thought about in years. When I was about 9 or 10, I still really loved playing with dolls. It had been years of the same pretend games, but it continued to keep my attention. I was getting ready to enter middle school at that point, and if we're being honest with ourselves, I was steadily moving beyond the conventional age that children play with dolls. One day, one of my older sisters asked, "Are you still gonna play with dolls in middle school?" Without hesitation, I replied, "Yes." She kept going, "What about in high school?" "Yep." "College?" "Definitely." "When you have a job or a family or real adult responsibilities?" "Of course." I was totally convinced. "I will find time to play with dolls forever," I said. Nothing could change that. But very quickly, almost overnight, as you probably all guessed, I outgrew the dolls. The same pretend games felt boring, and it was just time to move on. I think this story kept coming to mind when I thought about what I wanted to share today, because it illustrates the incredible ability of children to stay present. At that time, I couldn't even imagine a future where I didn't love what I loved right then. I had no concept that my interests might change. I was wholeheartedly, from my perspective, and stubbornly, from my sister's perspective, committed to the joy that playing with dolls brought me in that moment of time. This ability is something pretty special that quickly gets lost out in the real world we're all about to enter. I knew that I didn't want to stand up here and sugarcoat the varied experiences we've all had at CMU, nor the frankly unfair conditions of the world that we're all graduating into. But there is something to be said for holding on to the often naive, amazingly positive, and grounded perspective we likely had when we played as kids. The total belief that what you love is important in its own right and worth holding on to, no matter how trivial it seems to others. I hope that this group of people in particular understands what I'm trying to say here. We might not be able to relate on our CFA colleges or our other concentrations, but we all chose the path of pursuing multiple disciplines. We have all had to constantly explain to people what we do, what we plan to do, and why we do it. In my case, this has been defined by painfully long pauses between art and history, so people stop asking me if I study art history. Overall, we have had to wholeheartedly or stubbornly, depending on how you look at it, had to advocate for ourselves and the place of our unique interests before and throughout our time at university. I think our younger selves would be happy at how successfully persuasive we've become, because we made it. Now, to sum up, I'm not saying that acting like children moving forward will solve all our worries about what's next. Rest assured to the parents, although I'm sure many of us are moving back into our childhood homes. But remember that you're never too old to harness the power of play, to protect your peace, or simply to enjoy a moment of time. It might not look like it did when we were kids. I don't ordinarily play with dolls anymore, and I can admit after all these years that my sister was logistically in the right. But anything that sparks your curiosity, your creativity, or just a sense of joy is a genuine endeavor that is worth fighting for. Even better if you can find a way to kindly share those sparks of humanity with those around you. I hope that you all on this stage and everyone in this room finds this type of contentment in their next steps. Thank you and congratulations.
Thank you, Kate, and thank you to all our speakers. I love to hear what they want to leave you with. I have a few remarks before we get to the good stuff, so if you'll bear with me. I wanted to tell you a little bit about these students and what they've done while they've been here. I'm certain that no one gets into BXA by accident. Everyone who does this kind of interdisciplinary work is an active architect of their own academic career. And you, class of 2025, are especially purposeful BXA students. You chose knowing you're meant to do something, some things, and that you needed to be here to do that. So you showed up, our largest incoming first-year class that we've ever had, and we've only grown since then, and I got to see these hopeful, excited, scared, masked, because remember, you took this path in the middle of a pandemic, and thinking of the future was a struggle most days. So I look at these happy, excited, smiling, scared, masked faces, and that's how much they wanted to be here, to be part of a community of amazing weirdos making cool stuff together. And then, once they got here in person, this community made themselves real. They took a risk in being here, and it has paid off in all the ways they've connected with each other, with their instructors, with this campus, and with Pittsburgh itself. You have made care for yourselves and each other such a key component of your creative practices, and I think you have set a model for the classes coming after you. They can see that the act of showing up for each other makes so much possible because they saw how you did it. You are amazing, every single one of you, and I am so proud to know you. So let's get into the details of their awesomeness. There are 56 graduating BXA students. They represent 22 different academic disciplines and all 5 schools in the College of Fine Arts. Oh, and 10 of you managed to pick up an additional major along the way. They studied abroad in 9 different countries. They've earned all the awards from Phi Beta Kappa to the Maddie Varner Mastication Grant for Time and/or Teeth-Based Work. Congratulations, Lori. And you're leaders in student government, in student organizations, and student athletics. You do all the things, make all the things, and learn all the things so you can go and do and make more things. Class of 2025, you are brave and unabashed and excited and observant. Please note that brave there is doing a lot of work. Being brave is not about not being afraid. Brave is about knowing you're afraid and doing it anyway. Which is not to say that you aren't also fearless in different necessary contexts. To be brave and fearless and genuinely curious is a powerful mix, and I hope you apply it to important goals. Working with you and your fellow BXA students has inspired me to be both brave and fearless, to see how art and making and creating fits into my life, to see how my academics interests are creative projects, to encourage others to do the things they think they can't do. To quote a musician your parents like, Questlove says that creativity is remaking the world. You've already remade my world, and I hope you go on to remake so much more. And now that we've celebrated retrospectively, the structure of a commencement speech requires now that I exhort them in a forward-looking manner. So, you were great here. You did great things, you racked up great sleep deficits, you proved your skill in multiple disciplines and across multiple modes of knowing and learning. Now you get to take those skills, that knowledge, that creativity toward making and remaking your way in the world. I am so proud of what you've accomplished here at CMU, but I know that the things you'll do next are even more important and impressive. So go now. Go show them all what your giant, weird diploma actually means. And this is also where I encourage you all to join the BXA group on LinkedIn, once again, and to become a loyal Scot. So even if you only give them $5, that gets you in the loop, and we'll be able to keep track of you. In a good way, not in a creepy way. So I'll end here with 2 gifts, a useful motto and a snippet of poetry to put in your pocket as a worry stone. So the first from St. Fred Rogers, who knew a thing or two about encouragement: deep and simple is far more essential than shallow and complex. And second, from Gabrielle Cavacarisi's poem, At Last the New Arriving: dance into your bones clatter. What a prize you are. What a lucky sack of stars. Congratulations, class of 2025, you lucky sacks of stars. Go do it anyway and remake the world. It is now my pleasure to invite our deans on stage so that we can begin handing out these big, weird diplomas. So please, Dean Poole and Dean Hebert, please join us on stage. And Tom. Sorry, and Dr. Cortina as well. Mark, so far, I'm sorry, Mark, not yet. We will begin with the Bachelor of Computer Science and Arts graduates. Mark Charles Dunand, Computer Science and Art, University Honors, BCSA Inter-College Honors. Congratulations. Yes, you can come back for a photo. Please, come back for a photo. Pause for photos. All right. Now that Mark has shown us how to do it. Alexis Ngyake, Computer Science and Art with a minor in Game Design, University Honors, and BCSA Intercollege Honors. Photo. Good job, Alexis. Xiaoming Hu, Computer Science and Art, University Honors, BCSA Intercollege Honors. Congratulations. Roy Ji Yang Huang, Computer Science and Music Performance with a minor in Mathematical Sciences, University Honors, BCSA Intercollege Honors. Lucas Mitchell Hurley, Computer Science and Art, BCSA Intercollege Honors. Congratulations. Wei-Wen Zhang, Computer Science and Architecture, with a minor in Game Design, University Honors, BCSA Intercollege Honors. Zhang Yunfeng, Computer Science and Architecture, with a minor in Animation and Special Effects, University Honors, and BCSA Intercollege Honors. Congratulations. Thank you. Janakai Lakshmi Koda, Computer Science and Music Technology, University Honors, BCSA Intercollege Honors. Congratulations. Ethan Kwong, Computer Science and Music Performance, University Honors, BCSA Intercollege Honors. Xiaoyang Lei, Computer Science and Design, with a minor in Human-Computer Interaction. Great job. Rui Lin, Computer Science and Art, with a minor in Human-Computer Interaction and a minor in Philosophy and University Honors and BCSA Intercollege Honors. Congratulations. Chuyun Park, Computer Science and Art, with a minor in Human-Computer Interaction, University Honors, BCSA Intercollege Honors. Congratulations. Alex Mingle Zhang, Computer Science and Music Performance, with a minor in Japanese Studies, University Honors, BCSA Intercollege Honors. Brian Zhao, Computer Science and Music Performance, BCSA Intercollege Honors. Congratulations. Thank you, Dean Hebert. Thank you, Associate Dean Corzina. That is our BCSAs. Next, I'd like to invite up Dean Sanders and Dean Zapanta, Associate Dean Zapanta, for our Bachelor of Engineering Studies and Arts students. Thank you. Ditya Rajalakshmi Iyer, Engineering Studies and Music Technology. Great job. Juhee Kim, Engineering Studies and Art with a minor in Physical Computing, College of Fine Arts Honors. Juhee is not with us, not joining us today, but we wanted to mention everyone, even if they're not with us. So, engineering deans, we will have you back for our additional majors shortly. Thank you. And now for the Bachelor of Humanities and Arts, Dean Richard Shinas and Associate Dean Sharon Carver, please join us. Richard Ahn, Statistics in Machine Learning and Music Performance, BHA Intercollege Honors. Congratulations. Oluwatobi Aina, Philosophy and Art, University Honors. Matthew Connor Blankley, Professional Writing and Drama, University Honors, BHA Intercollege Honors, College of Fine Arts Honors. Paige Clementine Brady, Psychology and Music Performance, University Honors, Dietrich College Honors. Zoe Talisha Brown, Film and Visual Media and Music Performance with a minor in German Studies, University Honors, BHA Intercollege Honors, Dietrich College Honors. Jessie Chen, Information Systems and Art with a minor in Animation and Special Effects, a minor in Game Design, a minor in Human-Computer Interaction, and University Honors. Haeyang Choi, Chinese Studies and Art with a minor in Photography, University Honors, BHA Intercollege Honors. Mimi Yu-Ching Chong, Information Systems and Art, University Honors, BHA Intercollege Honors, College of Fine Arts Honors. Elizabeth Rose Crofton, Ethics, History, and Public Policy, and Architecture. Leo E. Ding, Philosophy and Art, University Honors, Dietrich College Honors. Yanlin Du, Psychology and Architecture with an additional major in Human-Computer Interaction, BHA Intercollege Honors. Elizabeth Durr, Psychology and Music Performance, University Honors, BHA Intercollege Honors. Madeline Elise Hoogstraten, Film and Visual Media and Art, University Honors, BXA, BHA Intercollege Honors. Congratulations. Thanks. Shui Hu, Film and Visual Media and Art with a minor in Music Technology, University Honors, BHA Intercollege Honors, Dietrich College Honors. Claire Minji Kim, Film and Visual Media and Music Performance with a minor in Music Technology, University Honors, BHA Intercollege Honors. Congratulations. Josephine Jungwoo Kim, Creative Writing and Art. Michael Mingwan Lee, Information Systems and Architecture with an additional major in Human-Computer Interaction, University Honors, BHA Intercollege Honors. Lin Yu, Film and Visual Media and Art with a minor in Animation and Special Effects, University Honors. Yeah. J.C. Cassandra Abad-Lazada, Global Studies and Drama with a minor in Literature and Culture, University Honors, College of Fine Arts Honors. Forrest Ma, Information Systems and Music Performance, University Honors, BHA Intercollege Honors, College of Fine Arts Honors. Sojun Pak, Decision Science and Design with a minor in Sociology, University Honors. Caitlin Grace Russo, Social and Political History and Art with a minor in Hispanic Studies, University Honors, Dietrich College Honors. Santiago Salazar, Cognitive Science and Art, College of Fine Arts Honors. Jamie Singh, Decision Science and Art with a minor in Animation and Special Effects, a minor in Game Design, University Honors, BHA Intercollege Honors, College of Fine Arts Honors. Lillian Marie Van Veen, Creative Writing and Art with a minor in Animation and Special Effects, University Honors, College of Fine Arts Honors. Sarah Jiahui Wang, Information Systems and Art with a minor in Animation and Special Effects, a minor in Human-Computer Interaction, University Honors, and BHA Intercollege Honors. Xian Wang, Statistics and Architecture, University Honors, BHA Intercollege Honors. Sihing Zhu, Decision Science and Art, additional major in Statistics, University Honors, BHA Intercollege Honors. Ellie Young, Decision Science and Architecture with an additional major in Human-Computer Interaction, University Honors, BHA Intercollege Honors. You're okay. You're okay. Perfect. Allison Shinran Yu, Psychology and Art with a minor in Design for Learning, University Honors, BHA Intercollege Honors. Cheolyun, Information Systems and Music Performance, University Honors, BHA Intercollege Honors. Congratulations. Helen Yu Zhang, Film and Visual Media and Design, University Honors. Ruoxi Zhang, Information Systems and Architecture with an additional major in Human-Computer Interaction, University Honors, BHA Intercollege Honors. Congratulations, BHA graduates, and thank you, Dean Shyness and Dr. Carver. How are we holding up, Dean Poole? We're good? We're good. All right. Now, for our Bachelor of Science and Arts, would Associate Dean Maggie Braun please join us? Athena Feodora Chuang, Biological Sciences and Design, University Honors. Andrew Sutherland Shang Gray, Mathematical Sciences and Music Performance, University Honors, BSA Intercollege Honors, College of Fine Arts Honors. Brian Joseph Judge, Mathematical Sciences and Music Performance, University Honors, BSA Intercollege Honors. Congratulations. Sarah Minji King, Biological Sciences and Art, BSA Intercollege Honors. Liberty Maya Lapioker, Mathematical Sciences and Drama, University Honors, BSA Intercollege Honors, College of Fine Arts Honors. Congratulations. Logan Cairn McGregor, Physics and Music Performance. Margaret Clark Tamke, Physics and Art, College of Fine Arts Honors. Larson Adler Vincent, Physics and Music Performance, University Honors, BSA Intercollege Honors. Xishin Zhang, Chemistry and Architecture, BSA Intercollege Honors. Thank you, Dr. Braun. Those are our BSAs. And finally, last but very much not least, we'll invite our engineering deans back up for our engineering and arts additional major students. These are the students who not only decided they needed a BS in engineering, they also needed to come do a BXA. So they all do a lot. These do a lot. So the engineering and arts additional major, Shruti Baptala, mechanical engineering with an additional major in biomedical engineering and engineering and music, University Honors, EA Intercollege Honors. Yes. Eleanor Shashi David, Chemical Engineering, additional major in Engineering and Music, University Honors, EA Intercollege Honors, College of Engineering Honors. And Jan Simil Mayor, Electrical and Computer Engineering with an additional major in Engineering and Art and University Honors. Congratulations. All right. Thank you, engineering deans. Thank you, Dean Poole. You are released. Thank you all. Well, and with that, I have a couple parting words, and then we release you to breakfast and coffee. Thank you for being here again. I want to let our graduates know that we will be lining up outside of CFA beginning at 9 a.m. You're going to look for Dee, who's our flag bearer. Dee, wave your arms real high. You're up front, sorry. Dee will be your flag bearer holding this flag, so look for that and line up there. Parents, family, please take whatever stuff your graduates have and hang on to that, because we'll be sitting in the stadium for quite some time. Anything else I need to wrap up? Oh, yes. We are extremely fortunate to not only have graduates, but graduating bagpipers. CMU is the only school with an undergraduate bagpiping degree, and we have two fantastic graduates who are going to pipe us out. So please be prepared for some loud noises. They are pleasant. And Roy and Logan, you're up. You're up. Yes. This is where I vamp for time. Also, and Kate said it, but also Happy Mother's Day. This is maybe one of the better ways to spend a Mother's Day. And we're going to have some great weather. So please, graduates, please rise. Pipers, take it away.